welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Rue, and today we are carrying on with the series where I use every single shade in all of my palettes in my collection, and today we are doing my one and only Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette. I had a few others in the past. I did declutter them. This is the only one that managed to stick around just because I don't have a color story quite like this one, and yeah, it's still pretty cute, even though, again, I don't buy Jeffree Star Cosmetics anymore. But today we are going to be using every single shade in this palette here. So yeah, if you want to see the looks I create, let's hop on in. Hey guys, so I really wanted to play with oranges and purples, so I kind of thought today would be a good day to start using my one and only Jeffree Star palette, because we are continuing on with the using every shade in a palette series. So we're gonna start with Orange Crush. We might bring in some Double Scoop, and we'll for sure be using Purple Punch. So we'll start with that, and then I will figure out what I want to do for shimmers from there. I already primed my eyes using my Morphe eye primer, and I'm just going in with my small fluffy brush today for the orange shade. So we're going into Orange Crush right now, and I'm really just going to pack it in. I'll blend it out after, and I want to put it on my entire crease, and we'll pull it up pretty decently far. I'm going to see Demon Slayer, the movie, in theaters today. I'm super excited. I thought about doing a really a themed makeup look, but I just don't have the time. We're going for an early movie, and I just didn't want to wake up early enough to do something more creative, I guess is the word. So we're just doing something a little more my version of normal today. I'm just blending it up a little bit. Okay, next let's go in. I'm just wiping my brush off, and we're gonna keep using the same brush. Let's go into Double Scoop. So I'm just going into Double Scoop, and we're just lining the edges and blending that orange out with that shade here. And now I'm gonna go in just with my translucent setting powder just to put on my brow bone, and I might add a shimmer after, but I haven't decided yet. So for now we're just going to set it with that. All right, next we're gonna go in with a bit of a denser brush, and we're just gonna pack that purple shade, Purple Punch, just into this outer corner just as a deepening shade. So I'm just gonna keep it pretty tight, and we're gonna skip lashes today because my eye is still watering. It's been forever. I think I need to get eye drops or something, or maybe take an allergy med and see if that stops the watering. But for today, I'm just not gonna put lashes on. I'm literally going crazy about this stupid watery eye. All right, now we're gonna go into that same fluffy brush. I know it looks like there's still orange on it, but I wiped it off, and we're gonna go into a little bit more Purple Punch and just use this to blend the shade out, and just kind of going back and forth. It's blending really nicely. Let's go ahead and do some shimmers. So I'm just going in with my NYX glitter primer, and we're just gonna pop that all over the eyelid. So just putting that on the eyelid, and then we're gonna go into, I guess we'll go in with Oral and Bite Me, so the two purple shades. So we'll start with Oral, and we'll just pop that on the inner part of the lid, and I want to pull that up, and then we'll go into Bite Me and put that on the rest of the lid. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna touch up the mattes a little bit now. So just gonna pack, Purple Punch on the edge here. It's driving me crazy that my eye is still watering. All right, what should I do now? For my inner corner, what should I do? So this palette doesn't really have any good inner corner shades except for maybe Oral, but I've already used so much of it that I kind of want something different. We're just gonna go in with a highlighter. Let's go into Canary Bling, and this is from the Platinum Ice from Jeffree Star. I'm using his palette. I might as well use his highlighter today too. Just going in with this little kind of dense brush, and we're just gonna pop that on the inner corner, and I like to pull it up a little bit on the eyelid. Okay, now that's it for eyeshadow, so I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the look, and I'll come back and show you the completed look. Okay, we are back with the completed look. So to finish off my eyes, I just went in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Piggy Bank. For mascara, I just went in with my e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I really need a new one to try because A, this one's almost empty, and B, it wasn't my favorite. For my face, I just went in with my e.l.f. sunscreen primer. This is Sun Touchable, and my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I don't know exactly what shade it is because my sticker came off at some point, but I love this combo. For concealer, I used this duo. This one is the e.l.f. Hydrating Cameo Concealer in Light Sand. This one is my Juvia's Place in 24, although it's starting to smell like really strong alcohol. So I don't know if I should keep using it on my face. It's gotten pretty old, but they're the only concealers I have. So I don't know. For a setting powder, I used my Jeffree Cosmetics in just the translucent. It's almost empty. I really need a new setting powder before that one runs out. For my blush, I tried out a new shade in the Be Bella Blushed Quad. I'm still kind of testing everything out, and I went in with Electric Pink, and it's another win. So I haven't tried the mattes at all yet, but these two are absolutely stunning. I thought about not doing highlighter today, but I still did. But I thought about not needing it. So now I'm really wondering, I need to test out that Moon Slice Beauty highlighter without this gorgeous blush, because I'm starting to wonder, these ones really give that gorgeous glowy highlighty look. I still have to try the mattes, but I love how this one worked as well. Absolutely gorgeous. For highlight, I just went in with the same one that we put on my inner corner, so the Canary Bling, and I just threw a little bit of that on. And then I wanted to do a nice fun lip, but it wasn't working. I went in with my just like Burt's Bees. This is a tinted lip balm. This one is in Hibiscus, and it does give a little bit of color, but it's not gonna make a big mess. I wanted to do like a gloss and stuff. I really have a hard time with the glosses. I bet a lip stain with a gloss would work for someone like me, but I don't have any good lip stains. I bought a few and they suck. I don't even think I have them anymore, so I don't know. If you know of a good lip stain, let me know down below. I believe that was all I used to finish off this look here. So yeah, I really love this look. I think it's super cute. The colors blended well enough, and even though I don't really dip into, or I don't buy Jeffree Star anymore, this palette is still a really fun color story, one that I don't think I have in my collection from anything else. And yeah, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the look and ready to get into the next one. So let's go. Hey guys, so we're jumping into the second look using the Mini Breaker palette. We're gonna start with Hot Fudge, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I'm gonna jump between a couple of brushes here for Hot Fudge. So a bigger, dense packing brushes, and then this little pencil brush here. And I'm just going into Hot Fudge, and we're just gonna pack it nice and snug in this outer corner here. So I went and saw Demon Slayer yesterday, the movie. Can I talk about this? Oh gosh, should I talk about this? I won't give spoilers other than one. So spoiler in 3, 2, 1. There's definitely gonna be a second movie, and I'm just hoping we don't have to wait too long for it. So I'm going in with that small brush that I showed you, and I'm just packing it under the eye, just about halfway across. And next, let's go into Foreplay, and we'll probably also dip into Bubblegum. Actually, yeah, let's do Bubblegum first, that lighter pink. And we're just gonna go ahead and pack that into the front part of the crease, just using a small fluffy brush. I just took an allergy pill because my eye's watering, and I'm praying that the allergy pill helps. I think I want to use, we're gonna go in with this like flat, dense brush just to try and pack that bubblegum shade in a little bit deeper, better. I just want the pigment to be a little bit more intense. And I think we'll go into Foreplay next, that slightly darker pink, and we're gonna put that right in between. And I'm also gonna be blending Hot Fudge out with it. I feel like these shades are okay, but they're just not giving what some other indie brands that are like faves of mine give. I also feel like on the eye, these two shades look way too similar. These two shades are kind of redundant in my opinion. Like, we could have just kept one and got rid of the other, but that's okay. We're using every shade in the palette today, so we're just gonna keep on trucking. All right, so going back into Hot Fudge, I just want to re-intensify that, and then I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit, just really softly. I'm gonna wipe the brush off and just kind of, stupid watery eye is gonna make me angry. All right, we're gonna go into Purple Punch next, and we're just gonna put that under the rest of the lower lash line. I'm gonna meet it up with Hot Fudge. All right, we're gonna go in with my shimmer next, and I'm gonna hope my eye stops watering when I'm doing my second eye so that I can fix the Hot Fudge shade. So we're gonna grab some glitter primer and just put it on my eyelid with a flat brush. I'm just using my NYX glitter primer, and we're gonna be using Slice and then probably a little bit of Oral. So Slice is gonna be the main shade. I actually really do like this shade. It's pretty unique, and we're gonna put that on most of the eyelid. I'm just gonna put Oral in the inner corner, and then where I pull it up a little bit, I'm gonna do that today. We're gonna go in with this little dense brush, and going into Oral, we're gonna pop that on the inner corner and pull it up to the lid, just blending it in a little bit to that orangey gold shade Slice. And I'm gonna go in just to this little fluffy brush here, and we're gonna go back into Hot Fudge, and I'm just gonna blend it into that shimmer a little bit and touch it up as much as I can while I wait for my eye to stop watering. Just blending the edges here. All right, other than doing some touch-ups, I think that's all we're gonna do for eyeshadow. So I'm gonna hop off, finish off my face, and come back and show you the completed look. We are back with the completed look, and I think she's super cute. So to finish off the eyes, I just went in with my cream gel liner in Piggy Bank, same one as the last look, I believe. And then same mascara as last time, the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. For my face, I used everything the same as the first look. This one, I think I need to declutter it. It smells really strong of alcohol, and I'm still putting it on my face. Anyways. Oh, and I did try this Moon Slice Beauty again. So I put it on under my foundation and then put foundation on, and then I ended up putting a little bit more on. And I used a matte blush this time. Same setting powder as well, just the Jeffree Cosmetics. But I did go back into the Be Belly Blushed Quad, but I used the matte pink this time, and it is still giving that really nice soft glow when the light hits it. So it was not the blush that brought the highlight to life, which I was very, very curious about, but you can definitely, or at least I can see in person that like when it hits the light, there's a bit of a glow, and then it goes subtle when it's not hitting the light. So I do think this guy works. It's not the type of highlighter I typically use, but I'm really happy to see this working even with a matte blush. It's still giving that really pretty effect. Definitely more subtle than what I normally do, but like I also really like it. It looks very natural, which is cool. So yeah, I was really happy to try this with a matte blush finally and still be happy with the results. So yeah, that's the blush and highlight I used. And then on my lips, I went in with one of the ColourPop lippy pencils in On Ice. I'm just gonna show you guys, like, look at how bad that looks. I spent so long trying to figure out like how to twist it up because I thought it was a twisty, and then I finally got a sharpener for my eyeliners and lippy pencils, and they all just sharpened so ugly. Some of them fall out. This one falls out. Like, these suck. Don't get the ColourPop lippy pencils, or if I'm doing something wrong, let me know, I guess. But I was not impressed with these. These don't sharpen nicely, and most of my shades fall out, and I was like, does it twist? But I tried so hard to twist it, and I don't know if I'm dumb, but I'm not pleased with these, but I am still trying to use them up because they're the only lip pencils I have in my collection. I don't know about them. I used it, and then I also used my Game Beauty Persona collection. This one was in the shade Milady, and it was really cute, but I did end up wanting to matte it down just a little bit more, so I went ahead and topped it with Oral, and just to help kind of make it a little bit more like transfer proof, I guess. And yeah, so that was my lips, and I think that was everything that I used. I also did touch up my brows just using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This one's not my shade. I don't see the shade on it. Oh, this one's in brunette. I need the darker brown, but I bought this one, so I'm using it up anyways. I did have the right shade prior to this one, but I bought the wrong one, so I'm still using it. But I do need the slightly darker brown shade, but I used this one just to touch up my brows, not that you can see them because of my bangs. And yeah, that was everything I used to finish off this look, so let's do a quick zoom out and talk about the palette. Okay guys, so I'm pretty happy with both the looks that I created using this palette. I don't really dip into this palette very often just because I don't like buy Jeffree Star Cosmetics anymore, but there were a few things that I just didn't want to declutter when I decided to stop supporting his brand. Yeah, I kept the highlighter palette that I had because I don't have a lot of highlighter in my collection. Literally, I have that, my new Moon Slice Beauty one, and I think 3 other highlighters, maybe. So I don't have a very big selection, so I did keep that. And then I kept this one just because it's not like anything else in my collection, and I had FOMO of getting rid of this one. It performs well enough. I still think that some indie brands that I've tried I prefer, but I'm glad that I played with it. I literally do not dip into this palette very often, but I want to really give love to all of my palettes, even if it's from brands that I don't buy from anymore, brands that are discontinued, anything like that. I own the makeup, why shouldn't I use it? So yeah, I'm happy with the looks I created. I would like to play with all of my palettes more, including this one. So if you wanted to see more content using this palette, let me know. I guess that's it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to leave a comment down below, please feel free. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see any more content from me, feel free to give me a subscribe. That would be awesome, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!